Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, February 2nd, and it happens to be Groundhog Day. It's a cold 26 degrees out there on this Thursday, and if you're keeping track of the wind chill, it's a burr 12 degrees. However, it's going to be sunny and 38 here on this Groundhog Day. I'm Steve Kime. Thanks for joining us today for the quickest or the fastest 30 minutes of news, weather, and sports.
Hi, I'm Jomara Ortiz. And as always, we're coming live to over 14,000 homes in Enid. We're also live streaming around the globe via the World Wide Web. This is Good Morning Enid.
And it is time to rise and shine. High today is going to be 91 degrees. You're planning your day.
In Oklahoma State Capitol News, employees at the Oklahoma.
He's the board president of the Enid Young Professionals.
Good morning, Enid. Thanks for having me back this morning. Full list of events, you can visit cnbcenter.com.
Well, it's not Brooke this morning. It's Kevin Brisky, general manager.
Just send us an email and we'll be happy to share.
Hello.
Hey, Derek. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
It's Thursday again. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
It's time to rise and shine.
I'm on my way.
Good morning, Jomara.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Heather.
Good morning. I'm on my way.
Who was that? The curlers. Yeah, Heather. Well, you can tell this is early morning live TV. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Enid. Again, 26 degrees on this February 2nd, Groundhog Day.
I know.
Ponce Phil. We'll probably learn more about him later on today. You don't have any groundhogs in your neighborhood, do you?
I hope not.
Yeah, hope not. Well, let's take a look at the current temps across the state if we can, because right here in Enid it's 26. And as you can see, all the way in Maisie, Oklahoma, is at the freezing mark at 32. And Calera, I guess? Calera? It's probably Calera. It's 41. I'm sorry. For the folks down in Calera watching us, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
It's 41. Yeah. But we do know in Elmwood it's 20 degrees. Mm-hmm. So, but that's the way it looks. Any plans for the weekend, Jomara? Dressed in red, by the way?
Well, we're watching the Super Bowl. We'll see, right?
Go Patriots. I've been rooting for the Patriots for weeks now.
Go Falcons. Yeah, but we'll see, right? Who am I?
Tell me what your Pittsburgh Steelers are doing this weekend. Not a thing. I'll answer that for her.
Well, let's see how the weather will be so that we can make better plans, right?
Yes.
As you can see, tomorrow the high is going to be 43. Not too bad. And on Sunday, 61. The lowest will be tomorrow, Friday, 28. So it seems like a really good weekend. I think we'll enjoy the Super Bowl day. We can even barbecue, right? 61 degrees, That's a barbecue temperature.
Yeah, absolutely. What time should we be all over there at your house?
5:30.
Okay, remember that. And the address is 123 Jomara Street. So anyway. Okay, well, it's amazing how quick the weeks go, and here we are once again. I'm really excited about the Super Bowl. But so are you going to root for my team, or are you going to be a Falcons fan?
We'll see. I'll see who's winning, and then I'll kind of switch. No, not really.
All right. Well, again, we appreciate you joining us on this Thursday, February 2nd. I think this is show number 106. So, and for our friends out of Vance, we always appreciate them watching us. Our winds are out of the northeast, around 19 miles per hour, gusting up to 25. So they always want to keep track of the wind as well. So, well, did you watch the Thunder game last night?
I did not, but I looked at the scores early this morning.
I fell asleep. They were behind when I fell asleep. But we'll find out more about the Thunder here in just a moment. It's time now for the bow tie guy, Derek Silas with the Oklahoma Minute. Good morning, Enid. It is 7:34.
Oklahoma received a Real ID extension through June 2017. And Oklahoma natives and country music
Bartlesville resident and great-niece of Will Rogers died Sunday at the age of 97. And Tuesday, President Trump nominated Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. In sports, Enid High School's homecoming is this week. Tomorrow, both the Pacers and Plainsmen will play here in Enid against Lawton High. Games are at 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Also tomorrow, Chisholm High School will travel to Edmond and go up against Oklahoma Christian Saints. Games are at 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. Saturday, the boys will play Cashin at 3:50 p.m., and the girls will play Hennessy at 5 p.m. at the Central National Bank Center. Oklahoma Bible Academy will also celebrate its homecoming. They will play O'King tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Saturday they will play Watauga at the Central National Bank Center at 1 p.m. Last night, Oklahoma City Thunder took on Chicago Bulls in Oklahoma City. The score was Chicago 128, Oklahoma City 100. They will go up against the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Oklahoma City. And on this day in history, in 1876, the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs, commonly known as the National League, is formed. And in 1887, Groundhog's Day is celebrated for the first time at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. According to tradition, if a groundhog comes out of its hole on this day and sees its shadow, there will be 6 more weeks of winter weather. No shadow means an early spring. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Stephen Jomara.
So if Punxsutawney Phil was here today, he would not see his shadow, so that means spring is early. I'm all ready for an early spring.
I hope so. Yeah.
Thank you, Derek. Appreciate all that information. I didn't realize that. 1880-something? I'm old, but I'm not that old to know when Groundhog Day started.
Right.
So I failed to go to the bus stop. As kids are getting ready to go to school today, failed to put the bus stop graphic up there for you. But you can see our high today is going to be around 38. Again, mostly sunny. Later on today, it's kind of partly cloudy now. But again, we're going to have a strong wind today. Right now, it's at 19, gusting to 20+ miles per hour. So bundle up the kids if they ride the bus. And I think it's fewer and fewer ride the bus nowadays.
Yeah, there's a couple still, but yeah, bundle them up.
That was something I did. You know, I'd walk 3 miles to school uphill in snow, and then I'd walk 3 miles. Just kidding. In the old days, that's how we did things, you know. So, if you have a picture that you want to send us, how do we get that information to us, Jomara?
Well, just visit gme@enid.org. Send us your pictures, pet pictures, vacation, family pictures. I believe we have a picture today of City Manager Gerald Gilbert and former Governor Walters.
David Walters.
David Walters. Yes.
David, the governor, spoke at the Enid Rotary Club on Monday, and he was a guest of Gerald, and we had a chance to visit with him and take that picture. Again, if you have a photo, send it to us at gme@enid.org. So, well, what's next? Where are we at here at 7:37?
Well, we always keep busy in Enid, and to tell us what is happening, here is Heather Hughes.
Good morning, Enid. Well, the new year is here, and there are lots of great events coming up you'll definitely want to check out here in Enid. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us this morning. We have quite a few events coming up that you'll want to check out, starting with Gaslight Theater presenting Always Patsy Cline. The show will tell the story of the country music star who had her breakthrough in 1957 when she appeared on television to sing Walkin' After Midnight. She would have many more hits in her career, including Crazy and I Fall to Pieces. And the show will feature her unforgettable songs. You have 4 opportunities to see this show on February 17th, 18th, 24th, and 25th. Dinner will be at 7, and the show is at 8, and this show will take place at the Enid Symphony Center Ballroom Theater. If you want to get your tickets, they're $60, and they can be purchased at gaslighttheater.org. And moving into March, the Red Brick Road Food Truck and Art Festival. The local food trucks will line the streets, and local musicians will be there to play their music. That'll be March 18th, downtown, from 11 to 7. You can get wristbands for $2 sold at the gate. And lastly, the Boy Scouts of America, who were founded in 1910 and are the 2nd largest scouting organization in the world, are hosting a car show. This will be at the Garfield County Fairgrounds on March 25th from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. They'll be serving breakfast and lunch, and admission will be free. They'll have lots of antique cars and sports cars, so be sure to check that out. That's what's happening. Back to you, Stephen Jomara.
Very good. That young lady is in the know.
Yes.
She knows what's happening.
And lots of things happening always in Enid.
Isn't that the truth? You really don't have to go anywhere to, everything is coming here. So thank you, Heather, appreciate that. Good morning, Enid, 7:39, holding steady at a cold 26 degrees and wind chills around 12 degrees. Let's take a look at the school menu. Food is always on my mind. It's a good thing that we've got a fitness trainer on our show today, but food is on my mind. And I'm very disciplined. I eat 3, 4, 5, 6 times a
Well,
day. So.
let's see what's there for today.
If we're going to school, what do we have for Thursday, Jomara?
There's Frito chili pie with zucchini slices, steamed corn. I'm not sure what CC cookies are, but they're cookies, hey. Apple slices and milk. Oh, chocolate chip. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, chocolate. Well, listen, I'm more interested in the Friday. Come on, cheeseburger. Here we go. Pork and beans, carrots, ranch, pickles, I guess, diced peaches. You know, just these are creative menus anymore. So poor kids, how they figure things out. But I'll go with the cheeseburger deal on Friday. So
Yeah.
very good. Okay, speaking of our special guests, we're going to have somebody here join us at the round table in a few moments. And I don't think they're going to be talking about cheeseburgers, but we'll find out.
We'll see. We'll ask him. Let's find out.
Thank you for joining us, and we're going to have our special guest here at the round table right after this little piece about Enid on the move.
Now, what about if you're just starting, you're thinking about saving money?
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday, February 2nd, Groundhog Day, a cold 26 degrees outside. You see the young man between us is our good friend, Travis Morgan. Travis comes back for his yearly visit. You don't change a bit. You stay lean and mean. Some of us are packing it on, but no. Travis, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always good to have you with us and everything. So Travis Morgan at Finer Physiques. So.
Well, good to have you again, Travis.
Yeah.
And, you know, new year, new goals. We always go around this the same. But what kind of insight do you have to offer people on how they can keep that goal or, you know, that motivation?
Yeah.
Because it seems to wind down after January. I think
After
the
January 3rd?
third week in January, you know, everybody's like, oh, I'm too busy.
I was the same way. You know, you get in and you have all this excitement, and then it kind of wanes. I wasn't really sure what I was doing, you know, so I'd wander around the gym for a couple of weeks and not really sure if it worked or not, so I'd quit and start back the next year.
Yeah.
But really what got me in shape and consistent was the personal training. I got in with a trainer and finally stayed long enough to actually see some results and did it right and all those things. And once you see some results and get some results, then a lot of times that's when that motivation sticks.
All right, all right.
Travis, in my case, I used to run quite a bit, and then when the day finally arrived that I was unable to run as much as I was doing, boy, the weight kind of showed up. So what do you recommend for those that say, we can't run anymore like we used to, we want to go to the gym, our heart's in the right place, we want to do this, but what are some kind of a weight loss exercise? Does it focus on the aerobic side of things?
Well, you got to have a balance between everything. A little bit of strength training to bring up your metabolism, a little bit of cardiovascular training for your heart and lungs and calorie burning, and then of course nutrition's a big one. But there's always a way, and you know, people you see me running all the time, they're like, oh, I can't run, you know, I can't do it, I guess. But you know, I've had injuries before too, you know, where I couldn't run, and really the whole objective is to get your heart rate up for a consistent period of time. And we do lots of boxing, we have the cardio classes, you can bike, elliptical. You know, there's always a way. And like you said, your body's adaptive, so it adapted to that running, and once you quit, it adapted to not running and putting it on. So yeah, there's always a way to burn calories or get in, or you know, we have people that have injuries and are like, oh, I can't work out, I hurt my neck or back, whatever. But I've had tons of people come in with tons of injuries, and there's just safe ways to do it. You know, I'd consult a professional, of course, if you do have an injury or something, but.
Now, Travis, speaking of group classes, because some people are shy and there's Zumba and boot class or boot camp. There we go. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we have tons of classes, and you know, like different people like different things. You know, there's some that are real aggressive. There's the dance classes like Zumba. There's body sculpt, which is kind of a light weightlifting to music. And again, there's the accountability of having an instructor there and your friends. And, you know, there's a big, you know, that's a big part of it. And the boot camps are great. Katrina does those and Cynthia in the mornings. And, you know, it's kind of hardcore and you get in little circuits, you know, but, you know, all those different times a day, there's those different groups of people that are used to seeing each other. So there's lots of camaraderie there and accountability.
Good.
Travis, as we're sitting here drinking our coffee, eating our donuts this morning, listening to you, or somewhere.
Invisible.
And you said boot camp. Explain to us, for someone who said, I've heard about these exercise classes, but tell us about boot camp.
Yeah, you should come check them
Is
out.
it an hour session?
Yeah, most of the classes are an hour. There's a
gym?
couple of half hours. And again, you know, people get concerned, oh, is it going to be too hardcore or is it too easy or whatever else? But really, like with the body, you take yourself where you're at and you gradually, progressively move forward. So with everything, you go at your own pace and let your body adapt safely as you go. So, I mean, even if it's we have people that are, you know, 80 at classes. We have, you know, 20-year-olds, whatever, in the same class. So you just kind of go at your own pace. And like the boot camp, for instance, is there's different circuits. Maybe you'll be doing push-ups for 30 seconds and somebody else is doing squats and somebody else is thrusting a weight or something, you know, then you rotate and kind of mixes it up, keeps it from getting boring.
And I think you hear that a lot from people exercising. Oh, it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
But I guess what you're promoting in the class is the variety.
Yeah, lots of variety. There's lots of fun stuff. And like I said, there's a million ways to exercise, so you don't have to get stuck in a rut doing the same thing. And, you know, like I said, personal training's great because somebody's there and you don't have to think about it. You just show up and we have fun and bounce through your workout, boom, you're done. And, you know, that consistency and accountability over time is what yields results.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the recumbent bike so I can sit there and drink coffee.
There you go, yeah.
So that's,
We got him. Jim Nicholas used to be on the treadmill sipping his coffee.
my wife walks by and she just kind of shakes her head at me, you know, like,
Putting
okay.
that fuel in as you go.
Now, Travis, let's talk about food. Because we can do all the exercise in
Mr.
the world,
Cheeseburger over
right? But what is the role of nutrition in all of this? I think we
Unfortunately,
all
yeah.
know, but if you bust yourself at the gym but don't eat the right food, what happens?
Yeah.
You?
I mean, anything's better than nothing, and, you know, I love to eat too, and, you know, it's a balance in life and stuff. But it's just doing the right thing the majority of the time. So you can still have cheat meals and do whatever, and, you know, and it depends where you want to be. You know, there at one point, you know, I was racing and doing all these things and eating clean all the time, and I'm a little older now, you know, find some balance and have some fun. So it's just making good choices, you know, and you don't have to, like, just eat salad or whatever people think. You know, you can eat, really, if you focus on lean proteins like turkey, tuna, eggs, steak, chicken, I mean, those are all good things. You can cook 1,000 different ways. And protein's the last thing to turn to fat. So if you make that the majority of your calories, then, you know, you're not getting the sugar and the carbs and the fat.
What about before and after a workout? What
Yeah,
can you
and
recommend?
really, you almost have to take everything on an individual basis because everybody's a little bit different. Some people like to eat before they work out, some don't. Like, I don't like to have anything in my stomach like 2 hours before I do cardio, but I like to have something in my stomach before I lift, so you have some energy and intensity. But, like, again, you know, even protein is probably one of the better things. And they have real good tasting shakes now and bars. And, you know, if it's early in the morning, you can have eggs. If it's later in the day, you know, chicken, steak, well, you know, anything. But you got to find something that you like and that you're going to be able to do consistently over time and see how your body reacts to it.
In my case, it's coffee before exercise, during exercise,
During,
and then after I complete. That's my motivation. We have just a minute or so to go, Travis. You keep referring to this list here on the Times, and I guess you can go to the website. And be able, because we've talked about a lot of different classes and times, Monday through Saturday or Monday through Monday.
We got a ton of stuff
So
going
you can
on.
go to the website or they can give you a call. Here's my final question for you, Travis. Say someone didn't start on January 1, they had the best intentions, start new goals and do all these things, but here it is, February, a month's gone. What would you say to them to so-called get off the fence and say, hey, it's time to do a physical inventory and you need to exercise? So what would you say to that person?
Oh, yeah, and you know, a lot of people start the new year, then you have a lot of people that don't start the new year because they don't want to be one of the New Year's resolution people, but we all go through the same cycle, and even, you know, I live in the gym, and still, like, you go through the holidays, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get started, you know, at the new year once all this stuff's done. But the sooner you start, the sooner you're going to start getting results and feel better, and you'll be disappointed that you didn't start sooner. You know, everybody, you know, I got it, you know, and I love it, and I've been doing it for years, but I was like, man, I wish I would have got this when I was a kid, you know, or something, or had the tools. So, just sign up and really, you know, I keep pushing it, but, you know, we have a huge personal training system and 12 trainers, and it gets results. I mean, all you have to do is sign up. You're going to come in, you're going to do it right, and 3-4 weeks, you're starting to see results. So that's really where it's at.
Excuse me there while I'm drinking,
Oh, there you go.
drinking
Drinking
coffee.
coffee, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that word of encouragement. And I guess you just do that little self-inventory and say, you know, this time for me to, I guess it just boils down to lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, if you eat every day, you can exercise every day, right?
Yeah, that's what Ken Rapp said at the Y when we were giving a talk, and they were like, well, how many days a week should I do exercise or whatever? He's like, oh, only on the days you eat. I was like, uh-oh, that's every day.
That's
I got to get some activity.
That's the lesson for us that we're going to take
That put
away.
it in perspective
That's our
for me.
takeaway.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
Travis Morgan, Finer Physiques, thank you for being here.
My
thank
pleasure.
you for
Thanks for having me.
your yearly visit. We might make it twice a year or something like that. But anyway, we appreciate you being with us.
Thanks,
and
Travis.
telling us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what's next. Jomara?
Well, we do have a
What's
a
next?
clip from the Citizens Academy. Let's watch.
That's what's next.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Warren Wilson with the Enid Police Department. Twice a year, the department hosts a 12-week Citizen Police Academy. Our goal in doing so is to help educate the public on the inner workings of their local police department. If you'd like more information or for an application, go to the enid.org website under the Police Department tab.
$7:51, hold it steady at 26 degrees on this Groundhog's Day. Hope you're having a good Thursday. And it's going to be sunny and 38. And if you're planning to get the kids off to school or yourself off to work, grab a jacket. Wind chill's around 12 degrees right now in typical Oklahoma. Warm, cold, back and forth. So, okay, again, keep in mind the Citizens Academy. It's a great opportunity to learn more. I think Friday, you already dressed the part. Heather's dressed the part this morning in red. But I think Friday is called Go Red, and it may be officially called Go Red for Women. I'm not sure. But it's all about the American Heart Association is supporting heart health and just reminding us about heart disease and what we can do to fight that. So Friday the 3rd will be National Wear Red. Red, personally, is one of my favorite colors, so it's real easy for me to wear red. But anyway, that's on Friday, something to keep in mind as well.
Well, Steve, do you want to know what the news were overnight?
I don't think we had good news on the Thunder game, but yes.
Let's find out. Here is the Oklahoma Minute and Derek Silas.
Tuesday, President Trump nominated Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. And Bartlesville resident and great niece of Will Rogers died Sunday at the age of 97. In sports, this is Enid High homecoming. Tomorrow, the Pacers and the Plainsmen will play here in Enid against Lawton High. Games are at 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Also tomorrow, Chisholm High School will travel down to Edmond and go up against Oklahoma Christian Saints. Games are also 6:30 and 8 p.m. Saturday, the boys will play Cashin at 3:50 p.m. and the girls will play Hennessy at 5 p.m. at the Central National Bank Center. Oklahoma Bible Academy will also celebrate their homecoming this week. They will play Oak King tomorrow at 6:30 and 8 p.m. And Saturday they will play Watonga at the Central National Bank Center at 1 p.m. Last night, Oklahoma City Thunder took on the Chicago Bulls, Chicago 128, Oklahoma City 100. They will play against the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Oklahoma City. On this day in history, in 1876, the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs, commonly known as the National League, is formed. And in 1887, Groundhog's Day is celebrated for the first time at Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Jomara.
Thank you, Derek, the bow tie guy, looking rather fashionable today, as he typically
Always,
does
yeah.
on Thursday. So this is show number 106, so I think he has 106 bow ties. That's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing his closet, what he has. So real quick, if you're able to stay around at 8 o'clock this morning, we have an interview that we were able to do with Governor Mary Fallin. And that comes up at 8 o'clock this morning here on Channel 12 and also 112. Keep in mind, as Jomara said earlier in the show, we are live streaming around the globe, and you can watch the shows throughout the day at enidtv.org. So if you missed a particular show, you can watch it on your iPad, phone, enidtv.org. 3-day forecast looks like what?
Well, it's going to be cold tomorrow, Steve, but it looks better as the weekend comes in. Highest temperature will be Sunday, 61 degrees, and the lowest will be tomorrow, Friday, 43 degrees. You can see the lowest will be 28 on Friday as well. I think it's great temperature for the Super Bowl, right?
Super Bowl, go Patriots. I got all choked up there. I think Travis was, he just kept referring me about weight gain. He looked over my way.
Oh, no.
Cheeseburger, he's looking over my way. Those subliminal messages, I'm not sure. Okay, well, the young lady in red is back, Heather Hughes, and she's going to give us, again, an update on what's happening here in Enid, Oklahoma.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us. Gaslight Theater is putting on a production called Always Patsy Cline. This show will feature her unforgettable songs and tell her story. You have 2 weekends to see this show, February 17th and 18th, and again on the 24th and 25th. Dinner at 7, the show is at 8, and this will take place in the Enid Symphony Center Ballroom Theater. Tickets are $60, and you can get those at gaslighttheater.org. Moving into March, the Red Brick Road Food Truck and Art Festival will be on March 18th from 11 to 7, and that is located downtown. The food trucks will be there, as well as local musicians playing their music throughout the day. You can get a $2 wristband, and those will be sold at the gate. And lastly, the Boy Scouts of America Car Show. This is going to be at the Garfield County Fairgrounds on March 25th from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. They will serve breakfast and lunch, and admission will be free. That's what's happening. Back to you, Steve and Jomara.
Well, let's not forget that this Tuesday, February 7th, the City Commission will be having their monthly meeting. And I think we have a slide with the information. The study session begins at 5 p.m. at the lower level conference room, and the actual commission meeting begins at 6:30 p.m. at the council chambers.
And once again, if you're unable to watch it on channel 12 or 112, you can watch it on enidtv.org. Again, your phone or smartphone, or laptop, computer, iPad. All these mobile devices,
Any
incredible.
device, right.
So you can watch that. I've heard people say they were in checkout line at Walmart and they were watching the commission meeting on their smartphone. So anyway, again, thank you, Jomara. That's coming up next Tuesday. Well, 249-4910 is the number that we remind you about every Thursday. And it's an opportunity for you to help give a pet a new home. 249-4910 is that number to call. Let's take a moment now. We have a quick minute that we want to look at this Adopt a Pet promo.
Like this are found and brought to Enid Animal Control every day. All of these animals are in need of good homes. Please consider adopting a dog or a cat from Enid Animal Shelter. Call us at 249-4910 or come down and see us at 1200 South 10th Street.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching us. Steve?
Okay, probably have 20 seconds or so to go here. Again, thank you for joining us on Good Morning Enid on this February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Again, holding steady, 26 degrees. Bundle up, wind chills around 12 degrees. However, the sun will be out later today, but it's going to be a cold 38 degrees. And we just want to wish our very best to the New England Patriots, because we know that another Super Bowl is in their grasp.
Go Falcons.
Go Patriots. Thanks for joining us.